Now you're live.
How are you? What's going on? I just stopped by a friend's house and she done turned just me doing a drive by into an interview. So I'm gonna let her do this interview and put it on my YouTube channel because that's what she said she wanted me to do with it. Was she wanted to interview me and then have me put it on my YouTube channel. I guess she figured it might be something that people need to know since I put myself out there now with my own channel. So here we go.
So, of course, I've been knowing you for a while, and I keep hearing out in the street, um, people are saying that you still pimping. Would you like to reply to that?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna reply to it. It's just too bad that people can't leave your past in the past. I hear a lot because people say you still be dressing, you still be doing this, you still driving these and that, and it's too bad that if a brother, drive good and look good, he has to be doing something crooked. But don't get me wrong, I do get it why people would say that about me because of my past. I do have a hell of a past, but that's the past. We talking about right now. And right now, no, I'm not pimping.
Okay. So, what changed your thinking from how it used to be to what it is now?
That's a good question. Well, to keep it 100, which I always do anyway. Um, Actually, I just got tired of being told on that. You know, just to keep it real, it's a hell of a thing to, you know, go to the joint and be walking that yard because a motherfucker told on you. Not because they caught you, but because motherfuckers were wise on you. Motherfuckers who wasn't eating until I came back home from the joint so they can eat. And they feed me. And that's a hell of a thing to be walking the yard thinking, I done did like 2 or 3 bits because keep it real, out of jealousy. But I'm saying the motherfuckers who that was wearing wise on me was motherfuckers that wasn't eating. They wasn't eating till I came home and they ate with me and ate good and still couldn't hold their water. I guess once they got knocked, you know what I'm saying? So that just took me out the game, period. Cause what I came to understand, even in the pimping game, what I came to understand is that motherfuckers ain't gonna let me get no money in that game and live and be free long enough to enjoy it. Let me put it that way. So since I came to that reality that, you know, don't get me wrong, I didn't have no rude awakening, didn't know goddamn God speak out the sky to me or some shit in my sleep to tell me stop doing this and stop doing no. I stopped doing all crooked shit because I got tired of being told on, got tired of being in the joint because of motherfucker telling me. So that's the main reason.
Is there anyone in your life that made you want to become an example to them
Man, you would come with something like that. See, that let me know yeah, you do know me. Yeah, well, I have a grandson, and I actually wanted to change. You know, I actually wanted to change my life for him because I knew what my past was. Seeing about my past being what it is, I knew once he got older, even though he way younger than me, I already knew as he go through his life and get older, and he let motherfuckers know that he my grandson, motherfuckers gonna go home to their parents, and their parents gonna tell that boy or girl, yeah, I know his granddaddy. His granddaddy used to do this. His granddaddy used to do that. His granddaddy was this. His granddaddy was that. So I wanted to put that behind me so he'll see what I'm doing now, and he'll know that was my past. That was then, this is now. Because as far as he know, his granddaddy always been a stand-up man for him, especially for him. You understand what I'm saying? Always been a stand-up, guy for him. I stand in for him. I didn't, shit, man. I just, damn everything I do is for him. He don't, he used to know it. Now he got a little older. I don't know what he know now. You know how these kids' minds go once they get 14, 15, they go through them phases. And I understand it because I went through them too. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying, but for him right now, it's a different time than when I went through. Okay.
Okay. Now, what made you want to start a YouTube page? What made you want to put out the content that you have in mind?
I as I do what I do, I'm in and out of barbershops and beauty shops, selling stuff. That's what I do. And as I talk to people as I was out there, not looking, see, once you change your way of thinking, it changed how you look at people and how you see people. See, it was a time in my life where I looked at everybody as a Vic. You dig what I'm saying? A woman was a Vic, a man was a Vic too. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna knock her for her to sell her body for me. I want her to give me her body, mind, and soul. Mind, body, and soul in that order. A man, I'm gonna sell him some dope. So everybody was a Vic to me. So as I started doing the things that I do now, and doing the studying that I do now, I'm a researcher. I'm a big researcher. So I do a lot of research on where we come from. I do research on where we come from, why we lost what we had back then, and why we're in the positions that we're in now. Making that journey, doing that research, changed my way of thinking. And made me look at people different. Instead of looking at everybody as a sucker, I started looking at brothers as my brothers, sisters as my sisters. Okay? But don't get me wrong. That don't mean I just let my fucking guard down. Because I know a lot of motherfuckers don't mean me no good. I definitely know that. Don't mean me no motherfucking good. But just because they don't mean me no good, that don't mean I don't try to treat them good, even though I know what they mean. But just because they don't mean me no good, that don't mean I got to mean them no good. You understand what I'm saying? But I know how to long handle spoon them, though. I'm a long handle spoon. Okay? But that don't mean, see, people think sometimes by the way I carry myself that I look down on motherfuckers. I don't look down on the motherfucking body. On nobody. When people say that, that's because they're looking down on themselves. That's who they're looking down on themselves. They're looking down on themselves because they're looking up at me in their mind. Because I'm not up. But in their mind, they think I'm up, or you wouldn't say that. All I do is kick knowledge all while I'm in the street. In and out of barbershops and beauty shops. Anybody that know me tell you, all I do is talk about this. Not about no goddamn sports. Not about no plantations. All them sports shit ain't number plantations. I tell motherfuckers all the time. Motherfuckers I grew up with. Man, how long you motherfuckers been talking about sports? I said, man, we've been talking about sports since we was in motherfucking elementary school now. Here we are now, 60 motherfucking years old, and you're still sitting around talking about motherfucking sports. Talking about the plantation, and then you get up in the morning and go to another plantation. You need to start making that motherfucking connection, but that's the connection we're not making. But that's the connection I try to put out for us to make, especially the young ones. You understand what I'm saying? It's the guy so now, the motherfuckers 14 to 15 years old, you damn near lost them already. Them the motherfuckers you gotta watch out for. Them the motherfuckers that'll kill your motherfucking ass with no motherfucking remorse. None whatsoever. You understand what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, I talk to them anyway. Because I'm not afraid of my own people. But don't get me wrong, I ain't no goddamn fool neither.
So, what content should we be seeing, or are we looking forward to be seeing from you, from your page?
Well, if you go to my page, you'll see a lot of what I have up now is always about the hood on what I think. From the research that I do, let me take that thing back. From the research, what I do, what I know we need to do. See, a motherfucker that think he know it or she know what we need to do, they ain't did enough motherfucking research. Either they ain't did enough research, they done lost contact with the hood and the people. So they don't know what's going on. See, if you don't live in the hood, if you don't adventure in the hood, see, most motherfuckers go punch a clock and go home. They punch a clock, punch out, and take their ass home. Even if they live in the hood, they don't know what the fuck going on in the hood. They don't know what these little brothers out here and these little sisters going through, because they scared of them. For one, they scared to even talk to them. They scared, but I ain't. I talk to them all the time. If you go to my page, you'll see the kind of content that I put up. I got I got all kind of different content on my page. What I got coming up soon, probably gonna be maybe Saturday. If you look on my page, I had on my page Bad Black Businessmen. This week I'm gonna try to come, not try, I'm gonna come with something to counteract the bad black businessmen. I'm going to do some interviews with some brothers, actual people, and not just me talking, with some actual brothers that's doing good business, and they're good businessmen. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's going to be the follow-up of Bad Black Businessmen. That gives us a bad name. Mm-hmm. Okay? So that's the next content that I'll be coming up with probably Saturday.
Okay, well, that's something that I'll be definitely looking forward to seeing, and I appreciate the fact that you allow me to interview you, and hopefully those that see this interview will be intrigued and, come on in and subscribe to your page. And,
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit that little bell, and give me a thumbs up, and share it to your YouTube, to your Facebook and your Instagram. We need to get the message out. I know I got a lot of haters. I mean, it is what it is. Because what you asked me, the way I dress, what I drive and all that, I don't know what they think you're supposed to be a bum. I don't get our people. They don't like to see nobody doing nothing. Okay, I know brothers that drive Rolls Royces and shit like that there. I love it. When I see the motherfuckers, I jump out my motherfucking Cadillac. What's up, baby? Because I love to see that shit. I love to see our people doing good. I love to see our people doing good. That's why I don't understand people who hate on other people. Whatever they doing, I can do better. Let me tell you something. Tell you this in closing. Whatever a motherfucking white man can do, I can do 1,000 times motherfucking better. I know that for a fact. The holdback is, I know I'm not going to get that opportunity, so I have to create my own opportunities. And when you have to create your own opportunities, it takes longer because you have to create your own opportunities. You don't get help. You ain't gonna get help from that cracker. You definitely ain't gonna get help from your own motherfucking people. And that means family members too. That means family members. Sometimes they can be the worst. We know that. We all know that. So don't act like it's a goddamn surprise because I'm saying it. We all know that. Okay? Our people in general, that means family or who the fuck ever. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times when you can't come together to do something and you got to do everything on your own, it takes longer. That's all. It takes longer. It takes longer. Dedication. And you got to put the work in. Got to put the work in. I just want you to see my signature. You know, that's one of my signatures is the Mismatch Socks. That's one of my signatures. Yeah, that's one of my signatures. Okay. But you know, in closing, I just want to say peace and black power. Stay strong. Stay focused. This is what I tell my little brothers and little sisters that I talk to. You know, I tell them to stay focused. Because it's easy to lose focus because you always got motherfuckers in your ear. You got motherfuckers in your ear. Got them in your ear. So it's hard to stay focused. You know, so stay focused. That's why one thing you see about me, I roll by my motherfucking self. I got 2-3 people I talk to on the motherfucking phone. They come from the same lifestyle I come from. I talk to maybe 2 or 3 brothers on the phone. That's it. That's it. That's why my channel is called The Few, The Proud, The For Real. It ain't a lot of us. I'm like a motherfucking dinosaur walking around this motherfucker. I'm like a dinosaur walking around this motherfucker. I'm just keeping it 100, as y'all say. 100, 1,000. I'm trying to use the little words that may catch some of the young folks or whatever. What is it, 100 and all that shit? Me, I just say keep that shit real. You know what I'm saying? Keep the shit real. Be who the fuck you are. Because I'm going to be who I am whether you like it or not. So all I can say on that is peace and black power. My little young brothers and sisters, stay focused. No matter what. I don't care who it is. Stay focused. With that, I'm out. And remember, the few, the proud, the for real.